know, my windows are tinted in this truck, and they're tinted pretty dark, but if I do this in the morning, that's when I start up all my work days, is early in the morning. When the sun comes up, if I try to do any kind of filming in the vehicle, it really has just a really bright glare through the cab windows, through the back and the side. It's really frustrating because I kind of lay out my day here in these mornings on the videos when I do it like this, and it's about impossible to have a good little shot here with all this brightness in the background. So anyways, that explains that. I'm not doing it because I'm lazy in my video work, or don't care about how my footage looks, but just the way it is here in Tennessee in the mornings. The sun comes up bright over the hill and just have to deal with it. But anyways, it is February the 24th, and it's supposed to be like 77 degrees today. But this video today is going to be kind of like a vlog video, just showing some footage of what I got on store today. Nothing real exciting. I got some timber to look at on a farm down here, and the guy's got a bunch of trees down. He's wanting me to bring the sawmill down and saw up for it, so I'll have to go out first and make sure it's feasible to do and there's enough level area to perform it, because you never know. After that, I got to take some wood to the kiln and pick up some wood at the kiln. I got some cedar and some walnut they dried for me, and I'm taking some more walnut. I think I might take some, I'm not sure.
4 years and the new man falls for you, so why fight it when you think you might love him too? Old habits die hard, or they never do.
Well, right here in the middle of a hayfield, and the power company come through here and cut all these trees down because they were too close to the power lines. You can see back here in the back, power lines were right through the middle of this hayfield here. So they cut all this timber down, and of course they left it here for him. They were going to mulch it up, but the landowner said leave it here, there's a lot more value than just mulch out of these logs, and he's exactly right. So he drug them out yesterday. They're pretty long. He's not bucked them into lengths yet. We'll probably discuss that later. But here's the first line of them right here. It's a lot of timber on the ground. They're averaging probably anywhere from 12 feet to 25. Some of them look like they're 30 feet in length. And the biggest majority of this is red oak right here on the ground. I think I saw one pine maybe. And a lot of oak right here. Some good saw logs though. Here's a good view of this other oak right here. It's nice and straight. Not a lot of branches on the bottom. The bud is on the far end right there. A good diameter to work with the wood-mizer. Real good saw log. That's probably about 20 feet maybe a little bit longer. Get two 10-foot logs out of that easily. Some nice oak timber here. A lot of them has a straight pith right there in the middle, running the complete length of it, which means on oak like this, it's pretty clear on this red oak here on all sides where the pith is straight. You can get some nice quarter sawing out of these. And every time I say pith in these videos, I'm referring to the middle of the log, right here in the juvenile wood of the log, where the tree actually started. If you was counting out on growth range, you would start right there in the middle. That's the pith. And if the pith runs parallel in this log from one end to the other, and it doesn't deviate or twist or change, then you can quarter saw these and get full length quarter saw boards here, because the grain stays completely straight in it. These red oaks will be some nice quarter sawing if that's what he wants to do with them. I'm not sure yet really what his intentions are, but I would recommend quarter sawing these right here, without a doubt. He's got a few thousand feet of timber here on the ground. And over in the wood lines, he's got some more he's not pulled out yet. And he said he had a big maple over there. So let's go check those out as well and see what he's got over there. Over here in the tree line now, about 50 yards from where he pulled the timber out. And this is where they cut it from here on the boundary of the power lines. As you can see right here is one of the stumps. They've done a good job at cutting these very low to the ground. Had a good cutter come through here on these. He left this nice oak right here behind it. I guess he was only cutting the ones that was close enough to cause a problem on the power lines. But here is the maple. It's like a sugar maple, and that is a nice maple right there. It's just the length of the log there on this maple.
It's not quite 100.
Looks like a lot of good saw logs left in it here. Here's the butt cut on this right here, on this maple. As you can see, we got some good signs here. Got obvious signs of ambrosia. So there's going to be some ambrosia maple in these logs here when we saw them up. So, seeing the butt cut out in there, it's the signs of the ambrosia beetle causes that nice figure in the boards. And, this first log will be an 8-footer. We'll get some nice wide slabs out of it. Probably get about 5 more logs out of the total length of it. Well, that's the job here. We'll come back here shortly, I hope. It dries up just a little bit. Bring the sawmill down here and saw these up, and I'll do some footage on that as well when we start cutting these timbers open, especially when we quarter saw that oak and cut up that maple. I'll do some footage of that. That should be some good sawing. Well, it's later on the day here, and it is February the 24th, like I said earlier, and it is 79 degrees right now in Tennessee. That is ridiculous for this time of year. But anyways, me and Charky, you can't see him, he's sitting here beside me, are headed to the kiln to pick up some wood. We're picking up some cedar and some black walnut. Now, in order to get to the kiln, I have to drive through downtown Jonesboro, Tennessee. That's what you're seeing right now. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a sign. This is the oldest town in Tennessee, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Tennessee's oldest town. So this is the first town in Tennessee. Anyways, it's a nice area. Got some old log cabins in it, a lot of old buildings. Really nice area. It's also the home of Curtis Buchanan. I mentioned many times in my videos, a famous Windsor chair maker.
Yes, I'd do it all again. Sir, I wouldn't change a thing. All these years I thought that I had lived, but I haven't. Now I've got the best of friends. These are the best times of our lives. Picking tunes and getting stoned. Their kids are gonna pass us on by, and we'll be packed away on a shelf and long gone.
This is inside of their kiln chamber, and this thing's huge. You can see there's their fans up there that circulate the warm air as it comes through, and it's probably 15, maybe 20 feet tall. I believe they can do 25,000 board feet in here total. Right back in here is the Nile power unit here that runs this kiln. It looks like they're either just got done or getting ready to dry a lot of barn wood. This is all reclaimed barn wood from Tennessee, from different barns. It looks like business is good because they just told me they're going to install another kiln. They'll be able to do 50,000 feet here. Back from the kiln, and this work day is just about over. But this is the nicest part of the lumber that we picked up. There's some nice red cedar slabs in there and some mantelpieces, but this walnut here is really the best part, I think. This is 5/4 thickness, and the width on this walnut is right at about 18 inches. Some of it is a little bit wider, and they're about 6 feet in length. Some good sized boards right here. It's hard to find walnut wide like this. This is some good lumber right here. I did some footage when I saw this walnut up last summer. I'll try to include that at the end so you can kind of see where these boards came from. We'll probably end the video right there.
But I have, and now I've got the best of friends. These are the best times of our lives. Picking tunes and getting stoned. Their kids are gonna pass us on by, and we'll be packed away on a shelf and long gone. The times is tough, I won't lie. I can barely pay the rent. You can tell it when you look me in the eyes that I'll make it, 'cause I've got the best of friends. These are the best times of our lives. We're living life through a song. Their grandkids will roll their eyes, but we're on YouTube, classified solid gold. Take it, Tim.